Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dammie. If you're seeing my face for the very first time, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always coming back. You know I appreciate you guys. And yeah, this video, I don't know if this is your first video of me you're saying. I think it's good I do a proper introduction so you can have a better understanding of where we're coming from and how we got where we are today. Anyway, I'm Dammie. As I said, I relocated to Australia about 3 years ago. I've been saying that about 3 years for the longest time, but it's 3 years this month, 26th or no 28th. We left Nigeria on the 26th. We got to Australia on the 28th of October 2019, and this month makes it 3 years since we relocated to Australia. But yeah, that's by the way, we came into Australia on a temporary visa, which is the visa 482, the employer sponsored skilled visa. And it's been an amazing journey. When we came into Australia, we didn't know what the future was going to be like. It was just a journey. We went without any guarantee of the future. I remember during my recruitment process, they specifically stated that there is no guarantee that they are going to be sponsoring us for permanent residency, but they are not obligated to. That's the point. But yeah, of course, based on several other conversations you have, there are opportunities, but they are not obligated to. If you hear that, it's something you sit down back and oh gosh, is it really worth it? But it's what it is. And then we got into the system. We took the leap of faith as a family. We still decided to proceed, and then we got here. Getting here, things it got really crazy, because you see and meet people that is when you get to Australia, the reality dawns on you, because you now meet people you start reading stories. I've been here 5 years, I'm unable to get permanent residency. Have been here 10 years, I'm unable to get permanent residency. That is when the reality of everything we done on you, and you'll be like, gosh, have I made a mistake? What have I done? And her journey got very interesting and scary with the COVID happening. So we got here in October 2019, and by January, COVID was everywhere. Lockdown started, and I remember very well that the pandemic time was such a trying time. The job on its own is sometimes very challenging. Let's be fair. If you're an auditor, you can relate. But the pandemic did not make it any easier, because then we realized that some of these audit firms started laying off people, doing away with people, and there was just a lot happening at that time. The uncertainty was so high. I remember there was one day I called Neha, my friend, and I said, hey Neha, I'm going to Kmart during the pandemic. I just want to shop and I want to decorate our living room. She was like, this time that they are sacking people, Dammie, don't spend your money. You don't know if we're going to go back to our country. Don't decorate any house. Don't spend. But that was the extent that we were so concerned about the security of our jobs. Yeah, remember our partners would usually have meetings with us every Friday to say, don't worry, your job is secured. We will not get to that point. They kept encouraging us. But if you're a permanent resident or a citizen, you would literally not be bothered, because if you don't get this job, if you lose this job, you can always get another job, right? But for a temporary resident, at that time our mindset was, what if they change the migration rules? What if there was just a lot of what if. And I remember even walking up to my boss that time to say, can you just do my PR for me? And he was like, no Dammie, this is the policy. Even at that time, to be transparent, I started applying to other firms, and I got the offer. Yeah, that time, and they were willing to do my PR for me after I passed probation with this new firm. But I didn't move, reasons being that I just have amazing people I've been working with in my office, and I was not ready to lose that relationship. I'm one of those people who I'll count myself, I won't say lucky because I worked for it, but I would say I've been favored. Yeah, I would rather use the word favored than lucky, but I've been favored to work with amazing people. So I didn't want to lose that relationship, and it made me wait. And then they started there was sound silent promises of getting permanent residency, so that was why we remained. Also, to just put it out here as well, to say, I'm saying, oh, we got our PR in less than 3 years. Just, this is not the fastest and this is not the longest. So what I'm going to say, I've seen people get it in 6 months, I've seen people get in 2 months, depending on how you go about your application and everything, or the way you play where you are, but this is my own story. We got it in less than 3 years, and it means the world to me. Like, this has happened for a few months now, and I've just been keeping it to myself. If you live in Australia, you know that if you don't have permanent residency, trust me, your mind can never be settled. And that's why I said earlier that it is only people who have lived in this country that will understand the impact of not having permanent residency is. I know for some of my friends who went to the UK, after your 5-year marks, you can apply for ILR by yourself without your employer. But in Australia, it is not that way. You need your employer to still sponsor you, or you have to try the other skilled visa route. But gosh, I am still so excited. I've been holding this news to my chest. But yeah, today I'm just here to tell you guys we got our permanent residency. Like, it is mind-blowing, and we waited for so long for this thing. I will still do a separate video where I'll talk about the cost, timeline, and everything that was involved. But just as background, I got the first mail from my employer in December 2021. Congratulations, you have been nominated to apply for permanent residency, and we did not get our PR up until August this year. My trip to Nigeria sometimes in May for my friend's wedding was a step of fate, because at that time we were waiting for response and like nothing was happening. And when I planned to go for my friend's wedding, all my mind was, would have had a PR, yeah, so it should be fine. But like, things did not go as planned. But still, I'm so grateful to God. I'm just going to put a clip of me telling my family and friends, because it was something that could not just, like, I felt it was holding me back from achieving a lot of things. But today, I just want you to say a word of prayer if you're a Christian or whatever you serve. Just help me thank God, because my heart is blown, like my mind is blown. I'm so grateful to God. See, if you have not been on this journey, maybe you don't understand, but I'm so grateful to God that we finally got our PR in less than 3 years, and God has just been faithful on this journey we took without having any guarantee of what the future. Oh, and let me just, like, okay, as a bit of background, just tell you how it happened. You know, we've been waiting for since, oh gosh, since forever, like almost 6, 8, 7 months. And then I just got to a point where, like, okay, this is busy season. If you work in audits and you're in Australia most year ends is 30th June. So I'm like, okay, no, I can't keep this thing in my head anymore. I need to focus on work. So I got to the point in August where I'm like, no, I'm done, and I'm just going to focus on work, because work needs to be done. And then that day, I will not forget, it was a Monday morning. I went to work. I went for coffee with my team. I checked that morning, because I'm always checking. Like, I checked that site a million times. I checked, there was still no update, and I just left it. And then I had a meeting at about 2 p.m. and at around 3, I was done with the meeting. So it was a 1-hour meeting with my partner and everyone. And then I went to speak to the client. We're in client office. I was with the client, and then my agent just chatted me and said, we got it. Gosh, I was crying. I did not care that I was with a client. I was just in tears, because I did not realize that was how I would know that we got a PR. I thought I would be sitting on my own, just log in and find out even before the agents. But I was just there, and I just saw we got it. I like literally knew what it was. And yeah, I came home, surprised my husband, like printed something. It was just so, like, it's so overwhelming. It's been months, and I still cannot get my mind, like, I still sometimes find it hard to process that we finally got this PR of a thing. But see, if you don't have PR in Australia, you can literally not do most things. Like, you can buy, you can, but it is more expensive. But yeah, it just holds your life back, because it is not guaranteed. So you know what I mean. Summary, my trip to Nigeria, as I said earlier, was a trip of love and faith, because my initial plan was, I'm not leaving this country until I get this permanent residence, before I go and get stuck outside. But anyway, I was happy I went, and we eventually got it. I think about 2 months after I came back. And my mind is just blown. Like, that's it, my mind is blown. I'm happy to share this news with you guys. Like, I don't know what to say again, but yeah, we got our permanent residency in less than 3 years. Because looking at it, but our initial visa expired, I think September 5, but we got it way before that as well. So, and I remember getting a mail from the office one day to say your visa is expiring, what next? I'm like, bro, are you guys not applying for PR for me? Just wait for the result to come out. But then when you submit your with Australia, once you submit your permanent residency, you're on a bridging visa, and the bridging visa becomes valid till you get whatever visa you've applied for. So we didn't even, our bridging visa did not get activated at all, because it was meant to get activated September 5, but we got our permanent residency August 15th. So that's it, and I'm just using this opportunity to pray for anyone that is looking to God for this type of miracle, that God will do it for you. It will shine his face upon you according to the faith and desires of your heart. The Lord will grant it unto you. Thank you so much for watching, and yes, expect small videos about the PR journey, what we did, how we got it, how we saved up for it, because Australian permanent residency is not cheap. For a family of 4, I think we spent about $16,000, and this includes agency fee and all of those good stuff. In my next video, I will tell you the cost, the timeline, and everything in details. If you have any question you want me to cover in that next video, please drop it in the comment section. I will make sure I will look at it and then include it. But yeah, that's it. Like, this girl is just happy. If you've been following me on Instagram, I've been giving hints that I'm so happy, I'm so excited. God has been good. Yeah, this is the main thing behind my smile. Of course, God has been great regardless, but this has been a major breakthrough for me and my family, that we didn't regret it, because looking back, it was just a leap of faith we took coming here. And it was a very difficult journey, because from day one we stepped our leg into this country. The day we came in, the next day my husband lost his mom. Like, so the trial started right from when we stepped our foot in this country, but it has ended in praise. This phase of our life, we are grateful it ended in praise, and we are here today. So if you're not following me on Instagram, please do follow me on Instagram. I share bit and pieces updates, maybe even Instagram gets updates before YouTube. But yeah, follow me on Instagram, my link is up. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and look forward to all the amazing videos. Trust me, I have amazing news, because life after PR is a whole different life. You want to know the benefit of getting permanent residency in Australia? Keep it locked down on this channel, and I will come here and feed you those jewels. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please ensure you do like this video, share with your family and friends, and then if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please ensure you subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.